guys, welcome to another edition of Braxus Photography Fun. Today we're going to be talking about Plus X, Kodak Plus X, a film that's been around since about the 50s, 60s and so on. It's been around for quite a few decades, and they just discontinued it back in 2012, so you can still find a few rolls kicking around here and there on eBay. Anyway, I want to talk about this film a little bit. It's basically a traditional grain film, classic grain structure, that kind of thing, so it doesn't use tabular grains, but the grain is still quite fine for speed. It's a ISO 125, and the film just got a beautiful classic look to it. Especially when you take it outdoors on sunny days, it has a tendency to darken the sky a bit, almost the same as using a filter on the camera, and just a beautiful look with this film. The contrast is really good on it, especially for outdoor use, and it's just a film that I love using. It was basically used for both portraits and landscapes as well, and it was a 125 ISO speed film. It was discontinued back in 2012. Well, 2012 was when it was last available, but it was discontinued around 2011, thereabouts, when the film market was on its decline and it just wasn't selling. And of course, we had T-Max 100 film, which was a finer grain film than Plus X, and also we had some other films on the market like Ilford FP4 and so on and so forth. But Plus X to me has a different look than any other black and white film that I find that's out there. People say it's comparable to Ilford FP4, but I find that's not the case in shots that I've taken. Ilford's product just doesn't seem to produce the same look that Plus X seemed to give, especially outdoors in sunny weather, where it really seemed to excel with people shots and landscapes and that kind of thing. When I shoot Plus X, I purposely shoot it outdoors on sunny days, because that's when I find it looks its best. It has moderate contrast while in the sun. It's not a heavy contrast film on sunny days when there's a lot of light and dark in the shots. It kind of evens things out a little bit. And I find it does really well when shooting people pictures outdoors in the sun as well. Keep in mind there's also Plus X Pro, which was a sheet film. It has a slightly different look than the 120 and 35mm Plus X films. So there's that. But the sheet film of Plus X was also discontinued many years ago. I think even long before it was discontinued in 35 and 120, but I just find that the tones on the small and medium format rolls of this stuff, the tones are just so beautiful. It has a very good gradation between tones, like a lot of really good mid-tones in this film, and I just love using it. I just wish Kodak would bring it back, especially since Kodak has moved all their film lineup back to Kodak for distribution, and they're actually increasing their business for film again. So I'm hoping that Kodak basically chooses to do Plus X on the market again. Whether it's sold enough back in the day for them to consider that, I don't really know. But it is sort of a hole in the lineup. I mean, we've got Tri-X still. I find it strange that they wouldn't offer Plus X as well. I'd also love Panatomic X to return, but everyone keeps tooting to me that T-Max 100 is a better film than Panatomic X, so yeah, we'll probably not see that one return. As I said, Plus X is a favorite black and white film of mine. It's really good for landscapes. It's also good for people shots, but I use it mostly for landscapes. And from what I understand, Plus X was first introduced in the 1930s, I believe 1938, as a motion picture film. and it was later on, a couple decades later, introduced as a still film. I believe it was 1954 when it was on the market as a still film. I don't know what came first, whether it was 35 mil or 120, or maybe even the sheet film for that matter. I'm not familiar with what was first in that respect, but 1954 is known to be the first year of the still film market for Plus X. Again, it was discontinued in 2011, and it was last seen on the market in 2012 when stocks ran out. And again, it is a candidate that Kodak could bring it back. Whether they will, I can't say, but it is probably the most likely candidate a film to bring back. But again, who knows what Kodak might be up to. And I did mention FP4. Again, I find FP4 does not have the same look that I like out of Plus X. Not knocking FP4, but I just find FP4 just a rather flat looking film, whereas Plus X seems to shine, especially in contrasty situations. The grain size in Plus X is not too big, not too small, just, you know, the right size for that speed of film. It's just got just enough grain to give it texture, but not overly large grain to mirror or mar the detail in the shots, and it's not such a fine grain film that you can't see the grain at all. So I find that it's really good for basically grain size. It's just perfect size for that speed of film, I think. In this video, I'm going to show some sample images. The first few batches were developed in Xtol back in the day at the lab. And I had some later shots that were done at a different lab in Ilfotech DD. And then I've got some final shots that were basically developed by myself in Xtol again. So we're going to take a look at that in the lineup now. And we'll just see what you think, guys. And maybe you'll see what it is that I love about this film so much. Let's take a look at it now. Well, I hope you enjoyed those results from Kodak Plus X. One of the beauties of the film, I love the look it does with wood, especially old barns, trees, that kind of thing. It really brings out the detail and the contrast in wood and brings out the fine wood grain, that kind of thing. And the fact that Plus X darkens the skies without a filter is also another plus. Unfortunately, a lot of black and white films, you need a filter for that. So I hope you enjoyed those results from Kodak Plus X. Maybe you'll see why it is a favorite film of mine. Maybe you'll also see that, why it might be a good candidate to be reintroduced on the market. Hopefully Kodak does consider it. Like if there's a highly likely candidate to come back, it's Plus X. As to other films that are out there, hard to say if they'll reintroduce any new films in the future. Kodak is sort of just basically trying to get solid in the market again with distributing their own films, and maybe they'll consider reintroducing old film stocks in the future, and I hope Plus X is one of them. As I mentioned, the contrast is really good on Plus X, especially outdoors in sunny weather. It's not overly contrasty when shooting in the sun. And that's one of the reasons why I love using it in conditions like that. It just seems to have the perfect look for that kind of picture shot in those kind of conditions. It does darken the skies a little bit, like other black and white films do as well, but I find that Kodak Plus X darkens the skies a little bit easier. You don't need filters to do that in some of the shots, and it's just it's really great for outdoor sunny pictures. Another thing I've noticed about Plus X that I haven't really seen in any other film without a major modification in Photoshop, and that is how Plus X amplifies wood grain. It looks really good with pictures of wood. It amplifies the grain in the shot, and it makes it look really it makes the grain pronounced so you could actually see it. It's not muted or reduced in that respect, but it enhances the grain look in pictures. That's another reason why I like using Plus X for outdoor shots, because it's perfect for pictures of wood. And leave me a comment in the comment section if you've used Plus X before, or if you'd like to see it come back. Maybe give me a thumbs up in the video if you think I'm on par with what you're thinking, and if you like the video, of course. Or maybe you just like my sample pictures for that matter. A thumbs up would really be appreciated, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you're so willing. And I guess we'll see you around next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Well, thank you for watching, and aye and goodbye. Eh?